especially for those who aren't professional traders, which most of us aren't, we should just keep our focus on the long-term effect also of the halving and the effect it will have on the price. And I mentioned this in our last video as well, is that in order for us to experience a 2017-like bull run, what we need is not only less supply, which is what the halving tomorrow will bring. It will cut the inflation of Bitcoin in half, it'll double the stock to flow ratio, but what we need as well is an increasing demand from old as well as from new investors. And so I think we are now sort of reaching new heights and levels of awareness and acceptance. So this year could be a really interesting year where we see things moving more towards mass adoption, and the curve of blockchain mass adoption and crypto mass adoption will catch up to the hype. So what do you think about that? When will the blockchain, I guess, mass adoption curve and the real utility behind this technology in the crypto space catch up with the crypto hype or Bitcoin hype?
Yeah. You brought up some very good points. I think the main application for Bitcoin is money, for blockchain is money, but of course there are many other use cases which are legit as well. First of all, I really wanted to mention that you brought up a very good point that not only supply, because the future inflation is being cut in half, not only supply is important, we also need demand, of course, because price is always determined in a game between supply and demand. So the supply is already perfectly played. I mean, we have a hard-coded 21 million maximum supply for Bitcoin, and all what is left for us to keep the price driving forward is the demand, because the supply should be already priced in. So for this, I think we really need people to lose their trust into fiat currency. We need people to rush into Bitcoin, to FOMO into Bitcoin, to secure their wealth. And once everyone is really holding Bitcoin, we will also get the necessity of developers pushing the Lightning Network forward and all of these things which we actually need to get the mainstream onboarded. And once we see that, once we see a vast majority of people in the world holding Bitcoin, and then also developers pushing things like the Lightning Network more, I think that will be the point of time when we will have reached the mainstream. Because if you are using the internet right now, you're opening the browser, you don't know that there's the TCP IP in the background. Right now, if you want to use Bitcoin, you are opening your ledger and everything is still kind of complicated, at least for our grandmothers or our mothers. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so big regards here to all the mothers out there. So we really need the time when we are opening like whatever our browser and we are using Bitcoin without even knowing that there's the blockchain behind. And I think that would be a very good point of time, leaving the price now out of the game, where we can say, okay, this is the mainstream adoption.